Who's the most important professional relationship in your life? Depending on the day, it could be a doctor or an attorney, maybe a stylist. However, if you think about protecting the fruit of your life's work, it's probably a financial advisor. But who are these people? In television and cinema, they're often played by bookish men with bow ties and the personality of a fig. Nothing like the extraordinary people I've met in my career. So we've decided to do something about it. Today we're in Texas, and we're driving a car so beautiful, it made the sun come out. This is a 1963 Cadillac Fleetwood, 2.5 tons of American audacity. And if the looks don't do it for you, consider this. The 390 cubic inch V8 engine produces over 325 horsepower. That's more than a modern Cadillac CT5.
Hello?
Hey, it's Christopher.
Hi. Are you close?
I am. You ready?
I'll meet you out front.
Great. I'm, hard to miss.
Sharon.
Hey, Christopher!
So good to
oh
see you.
Gosh, so glad to see you.
Oh, it's been forever. How are you?
I know. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Well, how could I not be doing fantastic?
I know.
I was going for the everything's bigger in Texas vibe. Is that
Yes.
too on the nose, or is
Oh,
it
it's
good?
on the nose.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Well, do you want to get some coffee?
I do want to get some coffee. I can
Let's
never. I just can't have enough coffee, so definitely want some more.
Literally never.
Oh, and thank you so much for opening the door for me.
Gentleman is a way of life.
And so few men do this, and such a great Texas touch. I love it. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay. Every time we get in a classic car, we say a little prayer that it starts. First time.
Yay, it started. Very happy about that.
Here we go. This is a stunningly beautiful campus.
Oh, is it not gorgeous?
And you went to school here, right?
I did. Well, I got my master's degree from here.
Okay.
And my mother went here for undergrad, and it was just a great place. And I am fortunate. I have a lot of clients here, and just love the campus, love the vibe, love the scene. It's really awesome.
And how cool that your office is literally right across the street.
I know, exactly across the
You
street.
can see this from the building.
Yeah, just amazing. Check out this wood grain and everything.
Oh, it is just magnificent.
It is. I love cars in general, Christopher. I just love them. I've always probably not been the smartest. I love having a new car about every 3 years.
I appreciate that you are one of those advisors that isn't going to scold me for wanting a new car.
Yeah.
Because you see those guys on LinkedIn and they're like, I've been driving the same gold Camry for 20 years, and because of that I have all of the money and everyone else is poor. So, you just got back from DC.
I did.
Tell me about that.
Well, I went up for a reunion of where I used to work many years ago, like over 30 years ago, for USA Today newspaper, where I sold national advertising sales.
I bring this up because this has always fascinated me about your story. How did we go from national advertising, USA Today in DC, to financial advisor in Dallas? Because to the outside looking in, that's a leap. So walk me through how we got from there to here.
Well, before that, I was a 9th grade English teacher. So
Really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, 8th and 9th grade English teacher. That's where I started right out of college,
Wow.
university. So yeah. Well, my dad has always been in financial services, insurance, and then later on as a financial advisor. And then when I was a teacher, I would go to my dad every month and go, Dad, can I borrow $100? And after 3 years of this, and of course I never paid him back.
Right.
And after 3 years of this, he was like, you know, Sharon, you have champagne taste and a beer budget. You need to do something else.
And you always will as a teacher, right?
Yes. And so I was very fortunate and was able to segue into USA Today. They had a division for educational sales and what have you, and then I worked my way up into advertising sales. And then I'm pretty independent, and it was just hard being corporate, and found an opportunity in Dallas to get in working with school teachers for financial advising.
Oh, cool.
And that was my primary market for a long time. And then my story gets even wilder, because then I had the opportunity to move overseas to South Africa. And I actually sold my business and moved on the Indian Ocean, about an hour and a half south of Durban. And over there I sold real estate, and sold real estate about 6 years, and had that experience. And it was time for me to come back to America, so I did. I'm an only child, and my dad was like, you know, it's really time for you to come back. And I did, and I restarted in the business. I had to get relicensed, had to take all the tests.
All the way back to zero.
Even had to take a new driver's license test. I mean, I just had every test you can imagine. Literally over about the last 5 or 6 years, I've kind of segued from K through 12 teachers, if you will, to college professors. I always tell my clients, listen, if I were not in this business, I wouldn't understand a thing of any of this. There is no way. But because I'm in the business, I understand. And my father has done a great job of really helping me keep it simple. And I pride myself as an advisor on not using that financial jargon. And I don't even like to use the word stock market.
I personally believe that your story is what is going to attract people to you. There are lots of people out there that know the numbers and watch the market and understand the economy.
Yes.
But if I'm going to give you my money, I want to connect with you as a person and know you're somebody that I can trust and understands what my goals are and what I want to accomplish with my life. And that isn't driving a 20-year-old gold Camry from now until 2044.
Right. And you want to know that your advisor cares about you.
Yes.
And I'm not saying other advisors do not care about their clients. Of course they do. But maybe they're not as effusive about it, or maybe not as outgoing about it, or as expressive about it as I am. And I'm very expressive. And there is not a client that does not come in my office that does not get a hug. Everybody gets a hug.
Well, I'm glad I was included in that.
Absolutely. I love hugs.
Whether it relates to your personal experience or the industry in general, what's a common misconception about what a financial advisor is supposed to be that you feel like you've had to overcome?
I just, I think the misconception is that people think that you're a magic worker, or that you can wave the magic wand and Sharon, you're going to give me this amazing retirement. Well, not if you're not doing your part too.
Right. It's
And
a partnership.
Yes. And I think too, with a lot of the younger folks, if you will, and I mean, of course I have a clientele that's 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, but I do have clients in their 30s as well. But I do see a lot of them spend a lot of money on travel, which I shouldn't be saying anything, but they're probably spending too much on travel.
Sure.
I mean, probably too much. And it's really hurting them for the future, and they don't realize that. But I think the hardest thing is just, I'm supposed to just correct something, but wait
Just
a minute,
fix
you're coming to
fix it,
me
Sharon.
and you're not willing to put the money away each month.
Right.
You're not willing to keep the money in your 401k or 403b. I mean, it's a two-way street,
Yeah.
you know. And I've had to learn to, what's the right word, just put boundaries around myself to not take responsibility for
their
a
actions.
client's inability or refusal to participate in their retirement growth process.
Can you tell me about a time, it doesn't even necessarily need to be specific to finance, I guess, but where you were able to engineer just an amazing experience for a client?
I've got one client in particular who, she was a teacher, actually in deaf ed, and she was amazing. Now, she was one of these people who would work 2 or 3 jobs, and she was committed to putting money away. And when I met her, her money, and this was very prevalent in these school districts, at least in Texas, I don't know about other states, her money was all in basically a fixed annuity. I helped her take that fixed annuity money and put it in the market, you know. And, you know, we did Roth IRAs, we did the 403b, maxed it out, we set up other accounts, and she loves it. And
cool.
just, she's always like, Sharon, thank you for, I think it was 97, you know, helping me put this money away and having it grow and do something. Because if it had stayed in those fixed annuities, it just would have been, it wouldn't have been near what the money is now, you know. So that's my favorite story.
Everybody always says at the end of their career, they want to finish well. What does that mean for you when you get there?
Well, I've been doing this for a while, and like I said, not retiring right now or anything. Literally about a year ago, I made a change from a solo advisor to joining a team, and it's part of that finishing well. I wanted to have a succession plan that if something happened to me, everything would be in place. I'm enjoying my life. I'm not working, 50, 60 hours a week. I've probably cut down to 35, working on 30 hours a week is what my goal is.
Awesome.
And I'm where I can do it.
That's very cool. I'm gonna need some more coffee here. Going through it quick.
I didn't even touch mine.